Hi economics students, I just wanted to make a quick little video to give you some ideas for how to create your own study guides. You can go lesson by lesson, or you can do the whole thing for an entire unit, so you can prepare for the unit exams, and also just be sure that you're getting all of the material out of the reading assignments that you should be. Sometimes it's hard to know what to take notes on or have a good organized system for taking notes, so I wanted to show you a way that you could do that. First of all, in the video or in the email that I sent, I attached this Google document, which you can then, each time you open it, make a copy and create a new one for each unit, or if you want to make it lesson by lesson, you can change it there too. But let's call this the Unit 4 Study Guide, and then it'll open a new one, and then right here I can call that Unit 4 as well. So now I've got a document that will be specific to Unit 4. And then in Unit 4 in economics, we've got 5 sections. So you can just add and delete rows as needed here. Oops. So we'll add one for section 5, and we'll add an essential questions heading. Okay, so when you are in each lesson, let's say you're just starting Unit 4 and you're going to start Section 1, the very first assignment. All of the assignments have this landing page where you'll get an introduction into what the lesson is going to be about. They also include objectives and important vocabulary, and I know that it's tempting to just skip over those things because they seem like extra information, but they really are there to help you organize your thoughts and to make sure that you know what you should be reading about and learning about as you complete this lesson. So what you can do is copy the objectives, go back to your study guide, do a Control-C on the objectives and then a Control-V. The formatting might be a little messed up because it's coming with the Moodle formatting, but if you want to just click on any text and do a paint format, and you can change the font however you want, whatever is easy for you to look at. Now you've got these essential questions that you should be able to answer by the end of the lesson. And then in the first column, there's also important vocabulary listed on every lesson. And if you bring those vocabulary words over, this is a place where you can write definitions as you come across them, examples, just key terms, things about these vocabulary words that you would write in your notes. So this is just creating a place for vocabulary and a place for the objectives. Now as you're going through each lesson, you can fill these things in. So you read the first page, if there's anything on there that relates to one of the questions or one of the terms, make notes about it there. This doesn't mean that this is all you need to take notes about. If you read something that you feel like you should remember or want to remember, make another little segment here on this side where you can write that down. Maybe you just have a section called other important information. If you want to print this off after you get it all filled out, you can handwrite your notes under these questions, or if you want to keep it in Google Docs, which I think is really easy because then you can always access it as you're working in your courses, you can just type your notes underneath each of these objectives as you come across them. So the second page might look like this. Read through that. If there's anything on here that you feel the need to jot down in your notes, great, go over to the next page. Just go through each one as you normally would, reading as you normally would, but then having this place to document all of your information. Some of your courses will have key terms highlighted or bolded throughout the reading, so those are really good clues, like, oh yeah, that's an important vocabulary word, I should go back and make sure I have a definition for that. So then once you finish section 1, you should have a little note page created. Then you can go back and do the same thing for section 2 here. You've got your introduction to the assignment, here are your objectives, and here's your vocabulary. So do the exact same thing under section 2 here. And then at the end of the lesson, you should be able to go through these objectives and say that you know how to answer them, or you can do what each of these steps is saying. You can identify the government programs that are used to redistribute income. You can name examples of public goods. You can explain why the government promotes entrepreneurship and innovation. If you can't do those things, it's a clue to go back to the reading and find where answers to those questions might be. Okay, it's a great way to prepare for a unit exam at the end, and like I said, just keep your note-taking on track. If you have any questions about this system or want some help figuring out just the formatting or other ways that you can use a sheet like this, feel free to ask me. I would be happy to help, and I hope this helps you get some more out of the reading in this class and any other class that you might find it useful for. Have a great weekend.